In this video, we go over 5 great pieces of gear under $250 for DJs and producers. Find out which ones those are coming up. Thank you for watching PDot TV, where you'll find tips, tricks, and tutorials for DJs and music performers. Now let's get into the video.
So the first item is something that a lot of producers and DJs and creative people overall don't think about, and this is lighting. So setting the mood in your studio space or your practice space is really important to keep the creativity flowing. It's actually a lot more important than a lot of people think, especially when you're really trying to find your groove and get into things and go for those longer sessions. So right here we have the Philips Hue White in Color Ambiance Smart Bulb Starter Kit. Now what's cool about this is not only can you change the colors of your lights, but you can dim them as well, which is really important for those long sessions where you're going 8, 10, 12 plus hours and you're going long to the night. You're going to need to lower those lights down in that room, still have a little bit of light, but having a dimmer light will enable you to actually keep performing and keep creating longer, and it's proven by science. So investing in that will definitely pay off in the long run if you're doing those longer sessions, or if you're just looking for an extra creative spark. These Philips Hues are a definite plus. Next up we have the Zoom H4n Pro. This is really good for, recording your sets during a live DJ set, especially if you're using something like a Serato box at a gig and you're not sure if the venue and the sound tech have plugged in the aux from the output of the mixer into the Serato box so you can record it in the software. Just plugging this in with one quick cable will definitely, record it really nicely. You can get some really good sound quality out of it, and you get that peace of mind that you're able to record your sets to maybe post later, or even better, maybe just listen back after and critique what you did, especially if you're, just coming up and you're wanting to get better faster. The number one way to do that is to record your sets and listen to them after and really critique and see where you could have improved and then work on those things. So for this, not only can you do that, but also if you're doing field recording or you're a producer and you're looking for some cool samples, you can take this, outdoors or anywhere and record some cool sounds. Or what's another cool way to use this that might be controversial is if you're going to say, like a record store or something like that and you just want to grab a sample, if you can sneak it in, just plug the output of the turntable or whatever into this, or if it's hooked up to a DJ mixer, have an aux cable running from the headphone out to this and then record those samples and get those and take them home. But I will say that if you do end up making money from that, you should buy the record at least. I mean, if you're just doing it for fun, I guess it's still controversial, but still this is a nice way to get samples in any kind of method or any kind of format, so you could basically record from anything. And for this price you get super high quality recording, and you can record multiple inputs at once, which is really cool. Next up, these are the III TM82 headphones and the DJ preset. These are my go-to headphones, like I've stated many times, and this is a nice setup for $200. But what's really cool is they just released a Bluetooth headband, and because the TM82s are modular, you don't have to buy a brand new set of headphones. You can just buy that headband, switch everything out, and you're good to go. So take out the cables from the ear cups, put in that new headband, plug the cables in, and you're good to go. So for right around this price point, you could get a Bluetooth set of headphones, or switch it out and switch it back to the corded and get those ready to go for, if you're doing a DJ set. So really cool from III that they've added this new feature of Bluetooth, and a really nice way to get into it and get some double use out of these headphones is get the DJ preset for when you're out doing your gigs, or if you're just doing some casual listening, just swap out for the actual Bluetooth and you're good to go as well. Next up, we have what's going to be my next go-to add-on controller for my DJ setup when I'm using Serato. This is the Native Instruments Tractor Control F1. I really like the pads on this thing. I love that they're RGB, so you can match them up to whatever functions you want or whatever colorway you want your controller to be. If that'll help you visually, it's really nice to have that option. These things, all the Tractor Control, the Z1, the X1s, the F1, they're really built really well, really sturdy. I've banged my X1 around quite a bit. It's gone with me all over the country and I've never had an issue with it. So if you're looking for something with a solid build that's not that much money and you can get some great functions out of it, this F1 is definitely a good way to go. And finally, to hold both those headphones and that add-on controller, this is the Magma Ride DJ backpack. So this does say it's for small controllers, but what I like about this is you get a good amount of space. Yes, you can fit a controller in it, like, you know, like a smaller, maybe a Tractor Control S2 or one of the smaller Pioneer controllers. But what's nice about this is if you want to take extra things like extra add-on controllers, maybe even like a Pioneer DDJ SP1 instead of, you know, an actual like full-on controller, it can fit in this backpack with no problem. And one great thing about the Magma backpacks is the materials that they use. So all of the mesh, all of the outside is pretty much water resistant, if not damn near waterproof. You get some really good hardware on it. It's gonna last you a long time. You have spots for everything from your needles to your headphones to your laptop to your iPad. Anything you need, you have in here. And another cool feature of this that I'm missing from a lot of my DJ bags that I see, and one thing that's missing from my current DJ bag, is this has a top loading pocket. So that pocket right there at the top, you can stuff something in there that you need to grab all the time. So if you're like me and you're traveling a lot, you don't need to grab like deep in your bag to grab your passport or your ID or something like that. It's right there at the top of your bag and you're good to go, and you can get it in and out really quickly.
So that's a look at 5 great pieces of gear under $250 for DJs and producers. If you're interested in purchasing any of those, links can be found down below in the description. And as always, if you found this video useful, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, go ahead and click right here to subscribe to this channel. Or if you'd like to watch more content, go ahead and click on that video right there. And thank you for watching PDot TV, where you'll find tips, tricks, and tutorials for DJs and music performers. See you next time.